Hello everybody, welcome to 54 Nights. Thousand Trails, Lake Texoma. It's located just south of the Oklahoma-Texas border near the town of Gordonville, Texas. You'll turn off Highway 377 at the boat and RV storage and make an immediate left turn. You only have two choices there, and right is wrong. Cedar Mills Road feels a bit on the narrow side, but we've never had any issues with other traffic in our motorhome. When you arrive at the park, you will pull into the front office parking lot. There are usually cones in the driveway urging you to turn the right way. Now, this Thousand Trails location is a bit like a tale of two parks. Up front, nearest the entrance, is the newest area of the park. I believe it is actually completed in 2024. It has the personality of a typical corporate campground, you know the type, stack them high, sell them cheap, but actually the sites are still plenty big and you don't really get that too close to your neighbor feeling. There's a small playground and dog run by the bathhouse, and it's a new modern bathhouse, nice inside. There is a lack of mature trees in this area. Of course, it's new construction. Give it a few years and I'm sure this part of the park will feel more welcoming. But right now you will not have problems with satellite access. When you venture further into the park, you find yourself in the more established area. A couple of loops really give off that state park vibe with the canopy of trees and somewhat haphazard angles of the sites. Most are close enough to level that they aren't a problem. There were a couple we've seen in the park that are a little off kilter, and the majority of the sites offer full hookups. As with most Thousand Trails, 50 amp sites are in the minority in the older part of the park. The newer part of the park, it's all 50 amp, but in the older part of the park, it's like every other Thousand Trails we've been to. There's not a whole lot of 50 amp sites. However, as I understand it, they are in the process of upgrading the electrical. So really looking forward to that, kind of opening up more places where us rigs that have two ACs on top can have a place to hang out. There are 2 cabin areas. One of these is tucked away in the trees, and the structures kind of really give off that Civil Conservation Corps type vibe, you know, just that green and brown. The other batch, the getaway cabins, they're more modern and right next to a pond with a fountain in it. Kind of a peaceful type feeling, I guess. Now, the activity center really acts as a central hub in the older area of this park. You'll find a large pool and a bathhouse outside the building, as well as a mini golf course, horseshoe pits that need a little bit of work, a basketball court, another playground, and pickleball on the porch. And it looked like some shuffleboard there that, if you look real close, you can see it. I don't know. Inside is a large gathering place with a little area for the young kids, you know, the toddlers, the 4-year-old, 5-year-old maybe, to play or read books. And then there's also a television with a seating area. Last time we were there, it looked like they had like a Dish Network or DirecTV satellite thing going on. Folks watching football. There are a couple of arcade machines, an air hockey table, ping pong, and another sitting area with a small library of books. There's a couple of fans down there, so I guess if it gets a little warm, which, you know, in Texas and Oklahoma it does get a little warm in the summer, you can pull one of those fans out. That's really kind of nice. Further on towards the back of the park is the lodge. Inside you'll find a more intimate gathering area with, you know, couches, and there's also a little reading nook there. And on the back porch there's places to sit. There's a little porch swing. They also have a laundry facility and a gym. Unfortunately, we've been there 3 separate times over the course of about 3 months, I guess, and the AC was not functioning in the gym any of those times. So, you know, during the winter or the cooler months, not a bad deal, but I don't know that I'd want to be working out in there in August. There is also another pool at the lodge, as well as a spa. That seems to be the more popular pool, even though it's smaller, maybe just because it's kind of out of the way and the kiddies don't usually make it back there. I don't know. Once you travel beyond the lodge, the road continues to the lake. There's a small swim beach and a boat dock with a ramp, probably 1.5 miles back away from the campground. And on that subject, boats and trailers are not allowed at the campsites. They have to be parked in a designated area. I'm assuming this is one of the designated areas. And I believe there's actually a small charge for this, like $1 a day or something like that. Now, as I said in the beginning, this is a tale of 2 campgrounds. the front with the new campsites and facilities, and the back is more of the rustic feel, you know, we've grown accustomed to at some of the other 1,000 trails we've visited. You know, for all the lack of maintenance in the older part of the park, there are visible signs of improvement. There's a couple of the bathhouses that have been done up, like the new bathhouse up front, so they've been working on that. So 1,000 Trails Lake Texoma has become somewhat of a home park for us. Like I said earlier, we've spent close to 20 nights here over the course of 3 months. Really, between the front desk employees and maintenance, wandering around the park, cleaning stuff up, and even the other campers and the long-termers, it's got a friendly feel to it. It's a nice place to stay. I don't know, this whole park just has a good vibe to it. We enjoy it. We'll be going back there plenty more times. But that's going to wrap it up for this just quick overview of 1,000 Trails Lake Texoma. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you all down the trail.